I took a dump in my pants at the worst time possible. Yep, you heard that right. I took a fat dump at the worst time possible. Most people would say that during combat is a really bad time to shit your pants. No, I did not poop my pants out of fear. It was a much funnier reason that I crapped myself. So to begin this story, we have to go back to Iraq 2008, I believe, and I was on what's called a counter sniper OP. So I was with another guy on a counter sniper OP, which stands for observation point. So all we were doing is sitting there watching out for enemy snipers, trying to see if they set up, and we were there for days probably. And we have MREs and we have to be really quiet. Well, you can imagine how boring that gets, just sitting there not doing a thing, just watching the same area for hours and hours and hours. It gets pretty boring, and you start to daydream and start to try to entertain yourself with whatever means you can while still being quiet. It's pretty tough. Near the end of the mission, when our mission was almost up, they probably half a day left of this counter sniper OP, I decided to start whispering the song "My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard" to the sergeant who was there on the OP with me. Well, naturally, the sergeant thought that was hilarious and started to chuckle underneath his breath and trying to hold in, staying quiet at the same time, but laughing really hard. This also made me start laughing quite hard, and I'm trying so hard not to be loud. I'm trying really hard, but I'm also belly laughing at this point. The problem was, because I was straining so hard trying to stay quiet, that I started to fart with every laugh. So it just literally was like a machine gun fart, just going every time I chuckled. And then the worst happened. One of those farts was loaded with explosives, and it just exploded all over my pants. So I went from laughing really hard to just not stop laughing immediately. I'm like, ha ha ha! Oh. And then my sergeant looks over and he's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And then I went to report that I just soiled my britches. It was funny at first until we had to realize that we had to sit there and smell that for the next like 4 to 6 hours. So that's how I took a dump in my own pants during a combat mission and never lived it down after that happened. So that's my story of the day.